Hello, everybody. I apologise for the poor signal. Just a little bit of drop there. Apologise for the little delay as well. Just had a bit of signalling issues here. But thank you for joining us. Welcome, everybody, to the first full capacity game. The watch along for Everton versus AS Roma, the Friedkin Derby. Probably a really good team for us to be able to kick off properly against at the new stadium. Thank you very much, everyone who's joining us. A lot of people watching it on the club website like myself, so I appreciate you joining me to watch it as well. We may be joined by a couple of the members of the Follow Everton team from live in the stadium, especially if that good signal that the club have told us, the 100 megabytes that we're getting at the moment, carries on. Fingers crossed we're all getting in for a good game. Welcome everyone, Whammy Spoons, David, Lila, thank you for joining us again. Remember, hit the follow button, subscribe, we really appreciate it. And everybody, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on the stadium? As you can see on the broadcast, does it look a lot better now with the painting going around the sides and the advertisements and stuff like that? Starting to look like a real stadium now, isn't it? So with 2 weeks to go from today before the first game that we play there, so it's good that it's starting to look real. It's starting to look like the real thing, the real deal. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about. Let me know what you think about the stadium, about the team and starting to line up as well that we've put out as well. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to the 4-1-4-1 that we put out against Manchester United. Just to go through it for everyone who doesn't know, Pickford in goal, O'Brien at right back, Swarovski's partnered by Jared Branthwaite. He's back as well. Looks like he has just missed out on America, probably as a precautionary tactic. Mikolenko at left back, most likely James Garner in the holding role, and then the midfield four of Alcaraz, James Garner, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Keenan Dewsbury Hall, Njai on the left, and then up front, no Beto, but Tieno Barry gets his first start. Just to respond to some comments for you as well, guys. So, Adam, mates, it's actually available on the club's website. I think it's paid about £8 for it. So, if you can get yourself on the website, that'll be your best and your most secure way of doing that as well. I'm also joined today by, I've got two co-commentators with me. I'm dog sitting at the moment. So I've got Pixie to the left of me and Bambi to the right. If you do hear a little bit of barking, it's me co-commentator trying to get involved. But yeah, again, guys, let me know what you think of the starting 11. Daniel Barton says he thinks it might be more of a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. In regard to that, Daniel, then, mate, do you still think it's going to be Njai and Alcaraz on the wing? And then would it be Garner and Gay behind Dewsbury Hall in the number 10 role? Is that what you're going for? Let us know in the comments. And Adam Hayward, again, you're very welcome, mate. Happy to help. We all want to watch the game, so let's get to it, guys. But yeah, a lot of people lucky enough to get a ticket. A lot of non-season ticket holders lucky enough to get a ticket as well. I know we've got Jan, who's there at the game as well. Mabsy as well. So hopefully they'll be able to join us, like we said, a little bit earlier on. Over 280 people now watching as well. So thank you very much. It's going up again. We've been getting good numbers lately. The feedback and the amount of people me and Jan had a couple of weeks ago for the game in America was fantastic. We had over 800 at one point. So we appreciate it. Although a lot of that was to give Jan a bit of stick. So please be nice to Jan. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. To be fair, mate, I can imagine that being the case. Dewsbury Hall in the number 10. I can see that certainly the possibility. I do personally think he's going to play Garner in the holding and Dewsbury Hall and just Gana Gueye in the central midfield role. But I completely understand where you're coming from. We'll see when the teams line up when the game kicks off in a couple of minutes. So they're just coming out now, aren't they? So yeah, and I agree, mate, as well. I agree with that as well. The fact that we can change the shape, because we didn't really have the luxury of doing that on the Sean Dice, did we? Sometimes we go to 4-4-2 and that really wasn't good enough in the modern game. So it's good that we really have got that option to do something a little bit different. Definitely, mate. I agree with you. Do apologise, guys, if it dip out a little bit. Again, I'm just having some signalling issues, so I really do apologise. Right, Fred, it is available on the club website as well. Just mentioned that a couple of times now, but just so you know. Same for you, Aoife, my mate. The club website's where you're able to get it as well. Hi, right stuff, mate. No, you've got to pay for it. I think it's £7.99. I'll be honest, I'm having a bit of issue myself. My internet's going down at the moment, so I'm struggling. So if I do dip in and out, the sound goes or the video goes, I do apologise to everyone who's watching. Yeah, I really do apologise. Hey guys, we're back. Do apologise. There we go. Like I said, I'm having a couple of signalling issues at the moment, but we're all back on. Roma on the ball, playing it through, back in, strike, slight deflection from Tarkowski. Jordan Pickford. Again, I apologise there. Missed just over 2 minutes of action. Just got a little bit of issue with me signal at the moment, so again, I apologise. But yeah, Peter, mate, massively so. I'm actually trying to Google how to consult it out, and my signals just dropped that bad that I can't even Google what I need to do to fix it. So, yeah, not the best at the moment. So I do apologise to everyone watching, but hopefully that's behind us now. A little bit of a rocky start and onwards and upwards from here, guys. I must be terrible as well. I think we're on 200, just over 200 people when my technical difficulties kicked in when the stream stopped there for me. And we're now over 660, so we'll see. If the number drops, it's because I'm back on the screen. It must be my ugly mug. So Roma have the ball on the back line, passing it forward. And back to the keeper. Jared Bamford with the ball, passing it out wide. Jake O'Brien. A little bit of pressure. Back to Tarkowski. And a ball forward. Some decent pressure from Roma here. They've won the ball back. And again, look to recycle possession, switch out to wide right. Control. Put the ball forward. Here we go. Roma cutting in into the box. Ball played. Everton cleared away. And Alcaraz now on the ball. Everton looking to counter attack. Makes way over into the centre. Back to Branthwaite. And then Garner, who is filling in that fairly deep role at the moment. Just supporting the back four. And Everton look to slow the pace of the game down. Probably something that we're looking to do in our tactics is maybe slow the game down when we can and then spring attacks from there, maybe catch teams off guard, especially teams like Roma who do want to play a bit more of a high pressing game as well that they usually do. But Everton again in possession. Jared Branthwaite, Garner. We've nearly lost the ball, but physical interaction from Branthwaite and we get it back. And Mikalenko going down the left wing now, crossing over the halfway line. Beautiful, beautiful bit of skill there. Ball played on. Dewsbury Hall to Alcaraz. He's got O'Brien to his right. He finds him. The Irishman low ball in. And Everton have a corner. 4 minutes and 55 seconds. I agree, Hakon. Still, he's got that physicality, and they said he's missed 2 or 3 games, hasn't he? The other players have managed to play, so he might be rusty, but he's probably certainly better than most of the players, even when he's rusty as well. So, ball in, ball cross face of goal. Oh, and that's a wasted opportunity. Corner in, back post. Tarkowski heads it across. No one's able to make the most of it. And O'Brien, wrong side of the post when he connects with the ball. He's never going to be able to hit it in from that position. Just underneath the ball as it came into him. But just shows the danger that we possess from set pieces. We are aware of that, although the effectiveness did wane towards the latter part of the season, certainly the latter part of Sean Dyche's tenure as manager. So if we can get that threat from set pieces back, there's another couple of goals and probably looking at another 5-6 points at least per season that we missed out on probably towards the back end of Dyche's reign and Moyes' start as well. Everton go long through Pickford, and it's out of play for the throw-in to AS Roma. Okay, Roman in possession again. Everton just putting the press on whenever the ball goes into their half. See nobody getting close. Mykolenko interception, but it's wayward, and Roman have the ball back. Wesley and Sewell combining there, and Roma have a corner on this near side. Okay, corner about to be taken in swinging with the left foot by Roma. Headed on at the near post, but Elyounousse's header high and wide. Mykolenko now down on the ground, going to require a little bit of treatment. So there will be a little stop and play just after 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Everton 0, Roma 0. And if anyone just clocked on to what the physio's just done there, a little hand gesture, looks like Mykolenko is going to come off for an early substitution for us as well. So I'm sure we all would like to see has now come on today and at least feature. Probably not the greatest if it's a forced change, especially 10 minutes on. We don't want another player out. We've just got a second left back. We don't want to be down to one again, especially someone as young and inexperienced in this league as now. So, but let's see what happens. Hopefully this is just a precaution with it being a friendly. There's no point risking Mykolenko, because fair play to the lad, he probably would try and play on with an injury and make things worse for himself. But the way he's walking there, I initially thought it was a groin injury, but it looks like it could be an ankle on the right foot. Yeah, I get what you mean. Giving us now a little bit more time, but let's be honest, Mykolenko is going to be our starting left back. It's going to be us now who has to come in and has to usurp him in that left back position. So that's why he's playing Mykolenko. He's trying to play the strongest squad. This is likely going to be the closest squad that we're going to see to the team that plays Leeds next week for the season opener. So that's why he was playing Mykolenko. He might still play next week, might be precaution, but we could also get as now making his Premier League debut on day one as well. So a little baptism of fire for the kid. But all support him. Round of applause for the new lad as he comes on. So Pickford goes long from the restart. And the ball's comfortably seen back to the Roma goalkeeper as well. Ball out wide left to Angelino. Roman again passing it along the back. Everton with a bit of a higher press now. Barry pushing even in the Roman area. Ndai wins as a throw in on the left-hand side. And it goes back to Branthwaite. And then back to Jordan Pickford. As Everton looks to maybe just get a bit of possession. The foot on the ball. Cycle it a little bit. And just get a little bit more of a foothold in the game. Pickford again, short to Josagana Gate. And Pickford still waiting for the pressure. And then again goes long. Going to allow Barry to use physicality, good chest control. He's in the left corner. loose with the ball there. And he gives away a foul by knocking over Wesley in the Roma right corner. Cutting ball through the middle there from Pickford. Dewsbury Hall unable to get to it. But nice bit of vision there from a goalkeeper looking to play a pass like that. Kind of pass that if it comes off, he's cut through 2 lines in the defence, hasn't he? And it can really start an attack from there. Roma now on the ball. Everton really tight to their man at the moment. Roma able to play through, and that's a very good ball out wide. Angelino from City left back whips it in. Knock out past the head of Tarkowski, and James Branthwaite was also there as well. If Tarkowski wasn't able to get that, which he was always going to, no pressure there at all. Another big shout out again. So we've gone up to 960 followers now. Thank you very much, everyone who's joined us so far. We appreciate you joining us for such a magnanimous occasion. The first ever full capacity game at the new Everton Stadium, the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So thank you very much for joining us as we watch this game today. Really appreciate it. Again, anyone who's joined us new or anyone who just wants to like and subscribe, we appreciate it. It allows us to do a lot more. We're going to have a big season this season as Evertonians, and us here to follow Everton as well. We're going to make sure it's an even bigger season and we cover even more than we ever have done of this beautiful football club as we go into a brand new, exciting era of being Toffees. Intercepted by Garner Gay, doing what he does best. And now O'Brien in the right back slot plays the ball, but it's intercepted by Roma, and Everton have a throw halfway through their half. Ball thrown in, Njai, a little flick over. And Keane Dewsbury Hall plays it out, as now dispossessed. But Everton retain possession. Branthwaite through to Alcaraz, round about the halfway line. It's nice to see some of these vertical passes. We're not used to seeing them too much. But Everton are trying to break the lines. Alcaraz holds his run. He's onside there. Ball into Njai. Looks like he's going to lose it. And he has in the end. Poor first touch, a little bit loose. And that is a tough tackle from James Garner. Everton throwing. Long one in the box. Everyone's missed it. Cleared. Not enough pressure on that ball, really. And Everton again with the ball on the halfway line. Jared Branthwaite. Okay, guys, so joining us live is Jan. How are we, Jan? You okay? Yeah, I can't hear you, lad, but how's the view from there?
I'm fucking excellent.
Yeah, loving it, lad. How you feeling emotional?
I can't hear you because obviously I don't want to talk too loudly, but just like the test events and the promo stuff can't do it justice, mate. It is awesome. everyone. It's awe-inspiring. Go on. Go on. Oh. Yeah, fine. What do you reckon of this? Hey, mate. Matt, I'm here with Matt. How you doing?
Nice to meet you, lads.
Good. All right. Yeah.
So good, yeah. Fantastic, lads. Fantastic. The a good atmosphere.
I don't want to get kicked out for broadcasting any football.
But you're enjoying it.
The referee's finally given us a free kick.
I think you're a little bit ahead of me. I'm having massive signaling
I think
issues
I
at the
might be.
moment.
Oh, get in there, Jake!
I think you're a bit ahead of me, mate.
Nice.
Oh.
I think I might be a little bit ahead of you. My stream today might be a little bit.
Yeah. I am, mate. My internet's
Do you know what?
crap,
It's bright, it's attacking. We're seeing positive signs from a lot of players. I'm going to let you go and enjoy the game, so I'm not talking over you because I can't hear you. I'm sorry, Corey, but anyone watching, man, just get down to Bramley Hill something. Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
Enjoy, mate. Nice to see you.
Take it easy, man.
See ya. There we are, guys. So there's our resident Jan, like we said, from the stands, enjoying it. So view looks amazing, pitch looks amazing, enjoyable occasion so far. Fingers crossed, team can keep this up. I am a little bit behind at the moment. I'm about 90 seconds behind. I'll be honest with you, my stream does keep stopping every couple of seconds. So again, I do apologise. So Blues, Toffees, let me know what you think. What's your opinion so far of the game? How are we doing? Are you liking what you're seeing so far? Barry, what do you think? Obviously, that missed chance there a few minutes ago. What are your positives so far from the first 20 minutes? Cornered in from Roma, scrappy. Pickford dives on it. But that was a bit of a squeaky bum time one, wasn't it, as well, guys? Okay, I do apologise, guys. Again, just losing a bit of signal, so I really, really do apologise. I appreciate it. We just had over 1,000 there joining us. All this despite me really, really struggling with my technology today. So Everton have the ball. Well held off. Garnegay through. Lovely touch from Dewsbury Hall. Don't know how intentional it was, but Roman are able to mop it all up in the end anyway. And again, Roman on the ball. Everton putting a bit of pressure on them. Well passed round. Although Everton now have the ball. Garner. Dewsbury Hall. Nice play. Lovely football out wide to left back Asnu. Gay in the centre receives it back, and then Jared Branthwaite in the centre circle. Foul won by Iliman Njai, as he does so well. Ball forward, and Njai clips it. But some over-exuberance on Iliman Ndiai's part there, and there is a free kick for Roma, again in the right-back position. Just want to say as well, Daniel Bartamid, you were right. Looks like a 4-2-3-1. Dewsbury Hall is playing that number 10 role. So well done. Well spotted. We'll have to get you a space in the dugout next to Moisier. And now AS Roma cycling the ball around again. Everton moving further and further up the pitch. Earlier on, we were putting some pressure on them only in our own half, but now we're putting more and more pressure further up into their half, probably halfway through their half of the pitch as well. So it's nice to see us, although we're not the team controlling the possession, it's nice to see us playing a bit more on the front foot defensively as well. I think that's what we as Evertonians really want to see, isn't it? Some bit more intensity, a little bit more aggression. And that kind of aggression, that pressing from Tieno Barry, has just gained us another corner just from a long ball forward. So, corner kick from the right-hand side, taken by the left foot to Dewsbury Hall. He goes short, little 1-2, and the ball's whipped in. Decent area, but a little bit behind Tieno Barry there. Difficult for him to get that on target. But as you can see, the ball a little bit behind him when it comes in, under pressure, not really aware of his position, and I think Tieno Barry of himself, and the ball's hit him on the back of the head. A little bit of treatment, but he'll be fine to carry on. Here we go, right from the boss's mouth. That's what Ryan thinks. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on Dewsbury Hall, liking what you've seen his first quarter of a match? He's a fan of the signing that we've made anyway. 25 million too much? Or what? Let us know what you think. Football's Army's current score still 0-0. On the balance of things, I'd probably say we've been the better side. Certainly put more pressure in, had the better chances. Although Roma have controlled the ball a little bit more. Mark, I think he ate his groin when going up for an aerial ball. He's come off. Adam Asnu's now come on to replace him. That was about this was 8-9 minutes ago, something like that. So yeah, looks like a groin injury. I think could be a precaution because he was walking on it fairly fine, a slight limp. Usually, you get a groin injury, you're limping a lot worse than that. So I think it's just going to be a precaution, and if he should be fit next week, if not, he might have a week off or something like that. But doesn't look too serious from what I can see at the moment. Do you know what, Flash? She is here, mate. So I'll give it a shout for you. See what she says, eh? So just coming up to the 28 million mark. 28 million, well, 28th minute mark. Everton have throw in Jake O'Brien in their own half. He's done well there, but we have still lost the ball. A little bit of overplaying. Roma look really, really good in the tight spaces, the quick one-touch passing. But we are, when we're putting that bit of pressure on them, we're really going in for them. We are able to rattle them a bit and win the ball. We've just gone long. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, decent bit of control. He's took it wide. 1-on-1 with his man. And in the end, he had 3 men on him. Didn't get the support he needed. Couldn't play his way out of trouble. And we've got a free kick for Roma. Looks like one of their players has just been caught accidentally by Idrissa Gana Gueye. So, David, I think it's going to take him a bit of time to get used to it. He's putting a decent amount of pressure on. He had a brilliant control on the ball before. He ran his way through on goal. But then in the end, his final ball was a little bit of composure, just being a bit off. But considering he's only played, 2 beats of 25 minutes against what's likely going to be a much more prepared set of players in this Roma team, he's not looked too bad. Everton on the counter. Dewsbury Hall taking that ball well. We've not lost any momentum on the break. Keeps going on his left foot. He's in the box. He wants a penalty. And where's VAR when you need it? And on that replay, brilliant touch from Dewsbury Hall there. He just kept the ball moving. I think the previous number 10 we had there in the corner would have took about 6 touches to turn round. At that point, and the attack would have been over. Definitely not a penalty, in my opinion. He's lost his balance there. Rome with their own shouts for the penalty, but eventually Everton get the ball away. Dewsbury Hall's been held back. That referee plays the advantage. Tieno Barry, he's gone for it from distance. Save from the keeper. Sorry, just down a few more technically. Please bear with me. Again, I do apologise massively. Again, guys, sorry about that. Again, more technical issues. We are just trying our best. You just can't get the staff these days to help you. I've got one of my assistants next to me just sleeping, so could do with a bit of help from here, to be honest. Nice one, Pixie Gale. Appreciate it. Volley from Roma, big deflection, and it's out for the corner. Just over 10 minutes left of this first half. Roma corner, out swinging, headed away comfortably, no issues there for Everton at all. But Roma have the ball again. Angelino down the left wing. And it's well thought off there by Charlie Alcaraz. He's still got the ball. Lovely little flick through to Alcaraz. And that's brilliant football. Everton now moving forward. Tieno Barry is moved over to the left wing, drifted out wide. Lays off to Alcaraz. Back to Branthwaite. And Branthwaite out to Asnow. It's not had a bad cameo so far. The young Moroccan. Nothing spectacular at the moment, but also he's not doing anything silly, really, is he? So it's nice to see him doing that so far. Maybe just doing the small things, the little things that need to be done. Tarkovsky back to Branthwaite. And back to Tarky. And on the ball's on the right-hand side. Forward. And Roma again in possession of the ball. Don't worry, mate. I've got no plans to. Don't worry. I don't have my sights set in a career on commentating, so I don't think you'll have to listen to me do this too often. This is a good one. Peter Duggan, how many goals do you reckon he's going to get for us this season? Hopefully he's a top goal scorer with loads, because I'm hoping Beto and Barry and Jai get a few goals. So is he going to get 20 goals this season? We'd all like to know. We'll put a bet on whatever you say, mate. Pickford is long under a bit of pressure. And it's out for a Roma throw on the halfway line. Yes, it is, mate. Yes, it is. And again, both forward from Roma. Not really troubling us, to be honest. Apart from the odd little goalmouth scramble. One or two of them from set pieces. We've looked relatively solid so far throughout this game. I certainly think we've been the better of the two sides, which I'll take considering the level or how many years ahead of us Roma are in terms of their progression under the Freakins. They're probably at least a full year ahead after the manager issues he had last season, aren't they? So hi, Justin. Welcome. Nice to have you here, mate. Thank you very much for joining us. Everyone, all Blues are welcome. even some non-Blues, as long as you keep it civil. But all Blues are welcome here, mate, and it's nice to have you on board. Thank you very much. Everyone else, wherever you're from, Liverpool, the Wirral, Australia, America, Gloucester, London, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, thank you very much for joining us. Again, we appreciate it. And anyone who hasn't yet, please please subscribe, especially on YouTube. That's where it helps us the most on YouTube. So please, if you do that, we really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And the more we do that, the better team we get, the bigger team we get, and we'll get someone more professional in than me to be able to commentate on these games, which I'm sure will make Stephen very happy as well. How about both? Don't see a reason why we couldn't do both for that. If you do a rumoured fee for Grealish, around about 12 mil, is it? For the year, wages and everything. So I think that's really achievable. Jack Harrison cost us roughly 5 mil a season with his wages and fees and things like that. So an extra 7 mil for Grealish, and I think he's well worth that, even if it's just for the one season. Everton again, go long from Jordan Pickford. Barry doesn't win the header, but we've still got possession of the ball. Decent fee for us now, but again, he's just doing a little bit too much. Maybe the pace of the game is just a little bit too much for him at the moment. It's going to take a little bit of adapting for the young Moroccan. So neither side keeping the ball too well at the moment. It's a little bit scrappy. Oh, and that's a free kick. Just a guy again still going. No determination. See anybody in the box? Can't beat his man. I tell you what, we're willing to have a real good go here. The players are showing a decent bit of fight and determination. Fantastic pirouette for him, O'Brien on the right wing. Ball in. Half cleared. Everton still in possession, as they're on the edge of the box. Lovely little clip in. And headed away. An issue we can see there is that ball's clipped in. It's just Thierry Barry in the box at that point. And Roma have 5-6 men in the box there. So it's going to be difficult for us to get a goal if we've only got Thierry Barry in the box at that time. O'Brien again now. Wide. Alcaraz. Sorry, O'Brien to Ndiaye. Little shimmy. Gets away from his man. And Everton just being patient, looking to pick the right past it. Opens the defence up, trying to split them. But some of the movement, some of the vision from the Everton players here, it's good to see. There's a lot more confidence in this team at the start of this season than there was at the start of the last one. A lot more creative ability, a bit more expression. You can see that coming through in the players. Even though it's only 0-0, you can see that extra bit of expression, maybe a little bit extra bit of determination as well from some of the players. Hi, Kyle. Up the Toffees. Up the transatlantic Toffees. Nice to have you on board with us, lad. Thank you. Nice ball in. Cute pass. Dewsbury could have done a little bit better there. Roma have the ball again. Kone doing well to keep possession. Interception from Branthwaite there for the long ball. Garner. Short out wide to O'Brien. Dewsbury Hall, Alcaraz, and the ball makes its way back to Jordan Pickford. I assume everyone in the comments is going to think the same thing as well, guys. I'm sure it's going to be the right wing position that we desperately need. Hence the Tyler Diblin saga that's rumbling on and on. Everton ball through the middle, just a bit too far ahead of Charlie Alcaraz there. But that was fantastic. You've seen that space open up. The player wanted to make the run, clear defined pattern of play. And if you're just a tiny bit less off that or a little bit more pace on Alcaraz, he gets to that. Roma now with the ball outside the box, long range effort, hits the crossbar. It's still in play. And the ball just bouncing around the Everton box. Roma in possession, making the way in. And a shot for the near post. Never beaten Pickford. Goes wide anyway from Sule. I think Flash. I still think he needs another season in the Championship. Marty Hudson when he come through. You can see he's got pace. He's got trickery. Certainly, he's got that invention there. But I do think he's still not ready for the Premier League. He needs another season, maybe in the Championship. I'd have him as a squad player, which I wouldn't mind getting him for that. But for the money he costs and the fact that we need a starter, he's not who I'd go for. Pickford throws it out. Everton on the counter attack. O'Brien running forward. 6'5", the lad's got some stride on him. He's just done after pitching about 4 steps there. Ball back. And Asnu now on the left. Back to Branthwaite. Into the channel for Tieno Barry. Nice touch. Hold his man off. Lovely ball across the face of goal. No one there. But it is put out for an Everton corner kick. Nice bit of play from Barry. I think that's what he offers. You got a lot more confidence in Barry in that position than you have with Beto. They both take up the same positions. They both want to play on the shoulder. They both want to be physical, and they will both run the channels. But Tieno Barry has a lot more of that technical ability. He is still quite raw, but certainly on the ball, his ability to control the ball, he's got that over Beto. Corner from Dewsbury Hall, headed away. Cleared again from Roma. And now Everton is sprinting back. Counter attack on. Asnu cuts out the counter. Very well done from the young lad there. Tracked his man. Got in front of the ball forward. And Everton can do their own counter again until Alcaraz is dispossessed. Tackle from behind. Fair tackle. And then again, Alcaraz back, wins the ball in the midfield. Neither side keeping possession for too long. And it is half-time at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. The last pre-season friendly fixture before the new season. The first game against Leeds is 0-0 at the half-time mark. I agree, mate. O'Brien did have a good first half. Very, very well played. Very, very solid. I think he does look a lot better on that right-back spot, doesn't he, than he does at the centre-back. I would still like us to go for the right-back, maybe a starting one, or maybe someone fairly young will come in to play right-back next season as a starter. Maybe someone who's just a lot more attacking-minded, but he's done very, very well so far, O'Brien. And he's very, very good when he gets forward as well, especially for the centre-half. And as the old cliche goes, he can move for a big man. Come on, you Blues around the world. Tafran from Singapore, we appreciate you joining us, lad, as well. We're nearing 1,300 people, 1,300 people viewing. Just another 17 to go now. So thank you very much, everyone who's joined us. We really, really appreciate it. These are good numbers. I wasn't expecting us to get this many. So thank you very much for joining me. Oh, I agree, Gary, mate. I agree. I'm not saying that we need, that maybe we could, that we're desperate for a start at the right back, but maybe, because we do need cover on that right back position, but someone who's quite young, someone who's fast, someone who's a lot more attack minded, maybe we could get someone like them in, to, like as now is to Mikalenko, as we believe at the moment. He's not there expected to start, but over the next year or so, he'll come to take his position once he gets a bit more defensive ability behind him. Another one. Hello, welcome. Robert, Canada, again, everyone around the world. Fantastic seeing all these international Blues joining us for this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Special occasion, of course, and we thank you for joining us for this special occasion as well. A little bit closer to home, but still international as well. Andrew in County Down, Northern Ireland. Thank you for joining us, Andy. Maybe appreciate it. Yes, Kenny as well, mate. Thank you for joining us all the way from Bermuda as well. I appreciate it. You're correct, mate. And his technical ability is a lot better as well. He's a lot more comfortable on the ball. You actually control it, get it in his stride and things like that. So I think it's just that extra little bits that make a massive difference. He's in a lot more control with the ball. He's physical. He's not doing amazing at the moment, but it's good to see him. You put him to play, so you need Dennis to score the goals, don't you? And at his age, all he needs is a couple of goals, and surely he'll get on a run. He's got that kind of movement, maybe not to the same level that we got from a young Lukaku. Not to the same level, but it is nice to see it. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you. The looking a bit rough today again. Dog's sitting at the moment, so been up all night with two naughty dogs. One of them just got out of doggy jail about 10 minutes before the game. I agree with you there, Hakon, mate. I do think that the fact that when he plays a little bit deep, he's got a little bit more time, a little bit more space to compose himself, his vision and things like that. I don't think he's as good higher up the pitch. He's certainly not a playmaker or a number 10 or anything like that. He is more on the holding or at least a deep lying playmaker kind of thing as well. So I do think you are right there that James Garner playing a little bit deep compared to what he usually does is a lot better for his game. He's going to look a lot better, and hope this helps improve him as well. Give him a bit more confidence so he'll improve even more. Up the plastic Scouse Toffees. Up the Plazzy Tops. Tell you what, guys, just looking at that stadium, looks fantastic, doesn't it? I'm so used to seeing Goodison Park on the TV. So it's going to take some getting used to. Just feels like we're there for some sort of European away game at the moment, doesn't it? But yeah. That is correct, mate. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, especially for our American viewers, New York Central Park was based on Birkenhead Park over the water from Liverpool and the Whittle. I think the architect who done Birkenhead Park also done Central Park, so he took all his inspiration from there to Central Park. I don't think there's anyone from the Whittle, maybe even Merseyside, who doesn't know that story, especially as soon as you step foot in Birkenhead Park. There's going to be an aunt or uncle who's going to tell you that story, isn't there? So, guys, do you want to see any changes at half time? Let us know. Let us know what you think. Would you like to see anyone come on for anyone? Anyone in particular? Maybe a change in shape, change in style. Would you rather Tieno Barry stay out there at the moment? Would you rather Beto come on and get 45 minutes and see what he can do? McNeil's, anyone want to see him come on? What about one of the youngsters, Isaac Heath? I know Harrison Armstrong isn't even on the bench, is he, at the moment? So one can only assume that maybe we're keeping him fit so that he can go on loan to a championship team. It's the only thing I can think of, because I would have thought Moyes, especially playing two goalkeepers, would have liked to give Harrison Armstrong a run out at some point today if he was going to be in his plans for the season. And what do you think is the right thing to do with Harrison Armstrong as well this season, guys? Do you think it should be a case of keeping the team? He's got something to offer. Or now with Dewsbury Hall, who probably plays a fairly similar position, that extra midfielder, do you think it is better for Armstrong to go away and to be playing week in, week out, 90 minutes and things like that? Let me know what you think. And if you do think he should go out on loan as well, where do you think he should go to? Whereabouts in the Championship? Are we talking a playoff chasing team, one of the top end teams, or should he go somewhere a bit more defensive where he's got to lay in the hard yards again, like he did at Derby County? Or do you want him to be that creative outlet in a more creative team so we can see how good he is going forward as well? Let us know, guys, what you think in the comments. Possibly Harold, mate. Chris Riggs a lot more central. He's more of a central player playing out wide. Whereas Tyler Dibblin is more the right-sided player who probably, with his physicality, will move further and later on in his career. I think we've got fairly similar ceilings, to be honest. Maybe Chris Rigg ever so slightly more. But with Sunderland being in the Premier League and Chris Rigg being a local lad, a boyhood Sunderland fan, I don't think they're going to sell him for cheap. If you think Tyler Dibblin's costing a fortune, Chris Rigg's going to cost a lot more from Sunderland as well. And he's got less experience in the Premier League. I agree, Roy. I completely agree with you. If you're good enough, you're old enough. But it is a case of, is he good enough compared to who we've got him? We've got Dewsbury Hall in now, who's going to take a third, who's another central midfielder ahead of Harrison Armstrong. So is it better for him to maybe come on as a substitute every now and then, play a couple of games here and there, maybe average 30 minutes a game over the course of the season? Or would we rather have him go on loan and play 90 minutes week in, week out and get that actual experience that he needs? So let us know what you think, guys. I agree, Peter. I don't know if he would get in the Coventry team. I think he would, but I want him to go somewhere where he's not going to have that competition as much for the central midfield spot. I think if he goes to Coventry, he'd have to earn his place in the team, which is good. Obviously, you want players to be able to have that challenge and to prove themselves wherever they go. But I would like him to go somewhere where he's going to start from day one. You might have to wait a month or two, maybe a couple of subs before he starts getting them games, just because of some of the midfielders that the Coventry have, especially they play probably similar roles, link the players that don't just sit back, but will link up the midfield to the attack all across. So I do think maybe someone different to Coventry, but I completely agree with the sentiment there, mate, definitely. He has, mate. Yeah, he has, definitely. He's still more of a right winger who cuts inside, though. Similar in how he plays to Njai, but probably in terms of physicality, closer to Grealish. But they're the kind of players they are. They will play out wide, but they will constantly want to drift inside into that central position. Is he what we need? Let us know what you think. He's a fantastic player. He's going to be amazing in a couple of years' time. Everything that I've seen from him myself and everything that I have heard from Southampton fans and anyone who's watched his development throughout his academy time and breaking through to the Southampton team, thinks he's the best thing since Gareth Bale to come from their academy. But for the money that we're paying and what we need, the lad's got pace, but he's not absolutely rapid. And we need someone who's absolutely rapid and has got end product. Two things that when you watch him, he's not had so far. His end product wasn't fantastic, or at least his output, his numbers weren't great. Possibly because that's due because he was in a poor attacking Southampton team. But we really, really do need injection of pace. We need someone who's absolutely rapid, someone who makes a back line scared to push forward because a ball over the top means he's always going to be through. So, guys, anyone who's watching the club stream on the website, I can see there's an interview at the moment. I've got it muted so I can commentate to you guys, let you know what's going on. We can have a little bit of a chat. But if anyone wants to let me know what's being said on the interview that's happening at the moment, please let me know. Hey Daniel, mate. Walcott was great when he went to Arsenal. He done brilliantly there at the start. Maybe not Bale level, but I wouldn't mind if he got to that Walcott level at Arsenal. We just need to sell him off before he became the Walcott that was at Everton. Harold, mate, it's not just a case of young players. You need experience as well. And what I would say about John McGinn is he's a match winner. He is not in terms of goals, though he does pop up with goals when need be. He's the kind of player who will grab the game by the scruff of the neck. He is a leader. He's been with Aston Villa as they've gone down and come back up, and he's got him into the Champions League with them. He scored the goal against PSG. He was one of their best players against PSG. Ultimately, they went out, but that was a fantastic second leg, and he was a massive, massive part of that. Sometimes it's not just a case of young players of resale value. You need to be careful with this because you don't want to just buying players who have absolutely no resale value at all. You need to be able to reinvest in your squad. But sometimes there's absolutely no issue with someone who's older who comes in. Look at Gareth Barry when we got him in. He was in his 30s. Comes in and he was an absolutely fantastic signing. That season that we had under Martinez would have been nowhere near as successful or at least as promising if we didn't have the experience of Gareth Barry in there. I believe it's either 1 or 2 years. It might be 1 year with another year extended from Villa if they want to. But I understand. I mean, I get both sides. 18 million for a player in his 30s, central midfielder, not the flashy type. I'm not a massive amount of time on the contract. However, he is a fantastic player. So how much would it cost Villa to replace him in the team? Not just his ability, but what he brings as a leader and what he brings in the dressing room and things like that. And you know what, Peter, mate? It's a good job they didn't have him when Duncan Ferguson was playing. Imagine the interview with him if he come off at half time. He wasn't happy with his own performance or wasn't happy with someone else. Yeah, like a promo for the wrestling. Currently, mate, I think it's free. In the eye, it's just a kind of gay, and I think Adam Asnu as well. Beto, his national team, I don't think they qualify for the AFCON, so it'll just be the free, even though we've got the 4 African players in the main squad. 1-2 jab hook to the cameraman, mate, yeah. Thing is, with Roy Keane, he's mad, he has. And don't get me wrong, he is a bit of a... He can handle himself. But he only handles himself against people that he knows he can handle himself against. He's a mad ass when he can control it, or when he knows he's got that control. He's not the kind of fella who would just go in wanting to scrap absolutely anyone. So he's not a proper. He's not like a Vinnie Jones or anything like that. But he's compared to Big Dunk, absolutely nothing in terms of how man. He's absolutely right, especially when it comes to football. They can be a bit weird football, a little bit mad, but there's a different level when it comes to Duncan Ferguson. Proper old school, working class Scots lad, isn't he? That's the one, mate. That's the one. Also, everybody, second half kicked off 53 seconds ago. Everton have been in possession pretty much since the kickoff. Got the ball out wide left. And now Garner back to Branthwaite. I do, mate. Another supposed hard man who absolutely brick it when it came to facing someone who actually did want to scrap with them. Tarkowski clips the ball forward. Let's put out a play. And just about in the Roma third on the right-hand side, Everton have a throw-in. Tierney Barry's got the ball. Lovely little tip through. It's wide from Njai. Brilliant football from Everton there. The pass from Tierney Barry was fantastic as well. Lovely bit of vision, fantastic composure. Just to knock it through on the edge of the box for Njai to run onto there with his left foot. Lovely. The last second, little knock. Njai there. And I think the two defenders close to him just meant he didn't get to open his body up enough to get the strike on goal. Rome have the ball now to go for shots. Kone, tame, easily dealt with by Jordan Pickford. I agree with you there, mate. He does not. This is what Barry's going to bring. Maybe a little bit later on when he's really settled in the team. He's got that extra bit of technical ability. He's a proper footballer. Alcaraz slips. Roma get the ball back. And it's with the goalkeeper. Everton again putting the pressure on, though. Keeper has to go long. Branthwaite cushions it. And Everton in possession again. The ball with Jordan Pickford in his own area. Once again, Everton goes long. "5'6" Angelino there going up against Tierney Barry at 6'4" and Jake O'Brien at 6'5". Lad didn't stand any chance. Roma still have the ball though. As they make their way into the Everton half. Players switch to the left-hand side. Angelino alone. Ball in the middle. Roma still in possession. Angelino again just outside on the left. Kone. Mancini. Sula. Interception. Nice turn from Dewsbury Hall again. And Everton going to look to counter. Ball into space from Dewsbury Hall. Barry has two people. Wins the ball well though. Holds it off. Back to Dewsbury Hall. Could do with a little bit more support. So Everton players getting forward here. Just a little bit isolated when Barry and Dewsbury Hall have the ball and need someone to pass to. Now Njai under pressure, but as always, comes away with it Switches it to O'Brien on the right. He goes short to Dewsbury Hall. Short against Alcaraz. Nice pass and play from O'Brien. That's a cross. Strike from McGay. And it is wide. Team effort. My apologies, Peter. I thought he was 6'4". But Jake O'Brien was the definitive big man in the squad at 6'5". But here we go. So Roma take the goal kick out wide left. Looks to build up from the back. Everton not wanting to give him too much time. Barry just doing a jogging press, the ball out wide. Njai putting under pressure. Trying not to foul. And again, back to the Roma goalkeeper as they try to play their way out of trouble. Kone, good footwork. They've broke the press. They've got through the midfield line. Brilliant deception from Jared Branthwaite, but Roma still have the ball. They switch the ball out to Angelino on the left-hand side of the box. Ball in. Tarkowski clears it away. Roma still have the ball. And well done. Referee's done well today. He's let a couple of them go. Definitely not a foul. And Alcaraz trying to take his man on the edge of the Everton box. Gets us in a little bit of trouble. And Roma from distance. Mancini's strike is shite. I agree, mate. We could possibly do with the kind of striker up front who's pretty short and maybe disappears and is able to dart past the defensive line, aren't we? So we could definitely do with that as well, just to mix things up a little bit. Long ball up from Everton. And they've got a throw in their own half. Branthwaite receives it and goes back to Jordan Pickford again. Nice footwork again from Everton. Alcaraz still has the ball. He's darting forward. Everton lucky there. They're passing between two people. But a slip means Dewsbury's got the ball on the edge of the box. Clips it in. But it's behind everyone and out for a Roma throw-in. 52.5 minutes gone. Fairly even, mate. I'd say Everton have been the better side, to be honest, especially in terms of the areas in which they're playing in, the chances they've created. We have wasted a couple of chances, but I'd definitely say we've been the better team. Roma had more possession in the first half. We've had a decent amount of possession in this one, but we are more direct, as you expect. We don't try to keep the ball as much as Roma do. When we've got the ball, we want to attack more so than keep it. But I think the football we're playing is decent. Definitely could be a little bit better, a little bit sharper. But again, for another preseason game, it's not bad. Everton now again, Dewsbury Hall. Plays it out to Asnu on the left wing. Ball in, headed away. Roman again on the ball. Looking to break. Angley on the left, looking to cross it in. Switches play. Wesley's there. Right across the face of goal. Someone gets on the end of that. It's in the back of the net. But it is out for an Everton goal kick. Valdemar, still 0-0. 54 and a half minutes gone. Everton, in my opinion, the best of the two sides. A couple of missed opportunities so far. Looking good this second half, to be honest. So Everton goes short from the goal kick. Inviting the press. Nice ball forward, but too much on it. And the Roma keeper can pick the ball up. And Roma go again. Long ball forward. Pickford out of his box. Takes a touch and then clears it. Risky stuff from England's number one, but competent stuff as well. Thanks for joining us, Flashmate. All the best. Thank you. We'll see you for Leeds. I agree, mate. I think that's been factored mainly by the fact we've not really had a bench, have we? We've been missing a lot of players. So as long as we make some substitutions, I reckon the players will be able to still be quite fresh. And we won't lose the concentration that we have done previously. So, but we'll see what happens in terms of tactical substitution changes from the manager. Everton have the ball now. Adrissagana Gay. Dewsbury Hall to his right. He receives it. Moves into the AS Roma half. On the right-hand side. Goes into Gay. The ball's now being shifted over to the left-hand side. And it's Ahmaz now who has that. Finds Iliman Ndiaye. He's got the Moroccan left-back on the overlap. But slows the play down and goes back to James Garner. Ball now with James Tarkowski on the right-hand side. Dewsbury Hall again. Everton just biding the time, playing the safe pass, waiting for the right opportunity to arrive. Roma holding their line and their shape well. O'Brien finds Garner Gay. It's a nice 1-2. And the centre-back going right back. Crosses in. Cleared out. Everton throwing on the right-hand side. But again, nice turn of pace there on the 1-2. Kind of move that you see from natural right backs. Tarkowski tries an ambitious ball forward. It's headed away. But Everton still have possession. O'Brien loses it. And that's nicely played out of danger from Roma. And they're going to look to break. It's 4-on-4. Ball through Angelino. Sorry. Dovbrich. Ooh. And Ndiaye looked like he was in trouble there. Oh, he's suicide pass from Ndiaye. Pickford's just cleared it. Cross in. Pickford with a world-class save there from close range. Dewsbury Hall heads it to Ndiaye. And Everton will look to counter, are they? No. Ball again with Roma. Just piling the pressure on now. Some nerves from Everton creeping in there. And Tarkowski has to head of the ball behind for an Everton corner. But just looking at that, Ukrainian striker, Dobovic crosses it in, shoots it, blocked. Ndiaye playing himself into trouble. Poor pass back to Pickford. But Tarkowski there to stop any square ball reaching a Roma striker. And then Jordan Pickford, again, fantastic save from close range. Roma have a throw. Kone receives. Left-hand side. Angelino crossed it in. It's going to be an Everton goal kick. Dovic gets the header on that, but is unable to direct it towards goal. Some fantastic numbers here, guys. We're nearly up to 1,500 people watching now. So again, thank you very much for everyone who's joined us. It's fantastic numbers. I appreciate it. Appreciate you all joining me Saturday afternoon First game at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, last pre-season game. We're all excited, and I really, really appreciate you all joining me. Thank you. Anyone who hasn't yet, if you've not heard me already, please like and subscribe, especially on YouTube. That's what really, really helps us. Roma have the ball. Kone, as usual, drops deep to receive it, plays it out wide. Everton just doing well, marking the man, putting the pressure on. Roma then lose the ball. And it's a little sloppy from Alcaraz. Braithwaite has that covered. A little bit sloppy there, a little bit of hubris maybe from him, some complacency. Roma have a corner there. That was Braithwaite's mistake. Oh, goal kick given. My apologies. I thought that come off his foot. And there's 3 changes that are looking to be made. Tierno Barry comes off. He's going to be replaced by Beto. We've also got Dwight McNeil coming on and Tim Eric Boonham as well. Dewsbury Hall is another one to make way, his debut over. And Charlie Alcaraz as well. Oh, my apologies. It is again, not Charlie Alcaraz. If you can all hear pitter patter, sorry. My assistants are just joining me now. Sorry, guys, getting nervous. Okay, so Roma have the ball. Everton still trying to put the pressure on them. Wesley running forward. Nice ball. Pickford has that covered. A bit too much power on that through ball. And Everton again in start. Ada Boodham has the ball. Plays it forward to Alcaraz. Under a lot of pressure, he goes down. And that's going to be an Everton free kick. Fairly inconspicuous foul. That's it, boys. Thank you very much, Peter, mate. All while stopping 2 dogs from trying to destroy my little setup that I've got going on at the moment. So if you do see me get a little bit distracted, it's me trying to stop a dog from chewing me camera or going for the microphone and stuff like that. So appreciate the kind words, mate. I don't think that's definitive at the moment. I'd probably edge me bets on Beto. He's been given the number 9 as well. He's one with more experience. But in all honesty, it could go absolutely either way. I do expect by Christmas that Barry will probably start a little bit more than Beto. Just because he's got a little bit more control on the ball than Beto does. But it's definitely up in the air. It really just depends on which one of them hits the ground running the quickest going into the season. Everton have just won the ball on the halfway line. Ball forward, nice little flick on. McNeil just does not have the pace. But Everton still have the ball. Ada Boonham. Ball forward to McNeil. Out wide to Adams now. James Garner. Eric Boonham. The ball back to Braithwaite. Everton just looking to find that ball forward, trying to break the press through the lines. But Roman holding a very good line, and now they've got the ball. Wesley plays it out wide, makes his Run on the underlap. Cristante to Mancini. Kone. Ball played back to Kone for Roma. And again, they are trying to find that ball forward, Roma, but Everton doing very, very well. Very, very solid bit of defending from the team so far today. Really not giving too much in terms of them opportunities forward. You can see this Roma team have had a lot of time together. They have got that chemistry very well drilled, but Everton really holding their line very well. Wesley now has the ball. 1-on-1 with Asnu. Ball back, Kone again in the middle. Short passing from Roma. That's a nice turn. Tarkowski gets the foot in now. Good play. Roma clipped in. Tarkowski and Brownfield both go for the same ball. And an exceptional block from Tarkowski, who throws himself at that. Trademark defending from James Tarkowski. Body on the line. Fully committed. Corner from Roma near post. No issue there. Headed away comfortably. Reverse pass down the line. Alcaraz once again wins the foul. Aiming to get Everton a little bit of breathing space and to stop the Roma attack. I agree, mate. A tiny bit rusty at the start, a little bit loose on the ball, but he's been very, very solid. You wouldn't think he's missed games through injury, but I do think that the injury that he sustained before America, the reason he didn't go there is because if you'd rather just for the space of 2 weeks, you'd rather just give him that little bit of a rest, give him the time to just work on the gym. Strike him and die, saved. Jacob Bryan, Eric Boonen, 40 undercut that pass, but it goes to Alcaraz, who shoots from distance and puts it way off target. Long ball forward from Roma, goalkeeper. Lovbich controls it. It's out wide right for AS Roma. They look to advance. Everton again with men behind the ball. It does look like Alcaraz is playing deeper. It looks like it's a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-3-2-1. But Alcaraz is certainly playing pretty much as a normal central midfielder at this moment. Nice pressure, though. He is still, after 68 minutes, putting the pressure on. The ball to the back post. He's made it, but just not able to do anything with that ball in the box. Dangerous there from Everton. The concentration wasn't completely there. Roma still in possession. Asnu just caught off-footed. Strike. And Roma open the scoring 1-0. 69 minutes. Number 18, Sule. You have put a little bit of pressure on Everton over the past few minutes. As new, they've got behind him once or twice as well in the past few minutes as well, but that ball in is just body position wasn't correct. Got himself twisted, ended up falling over. And then when he's able to cut it on that left foot, Sule just placed it in the bottom corner. No chance for Jordan Pickford. There you go. As you can see, Hasn't he? Flat-footed, unable to get his balance right, falls over instead of being able to clear that ball. Should be doing better there, but he is a young lad. And Everton kick off again, facing adversity. Goal down. Long ball up. O'Brien. McNeil has it and he wins a throw-in for Everton. O'Brien throws it to McNeil, plays it back. And then McNeil on the left foot's going to whip it in. Not a bad ball, headed on. What a save from the keeper. Brilliant header from Charlie Alcaraz. But a fantastic save. Keeper's on the ground, he looks injured. And the referee is going to stop play. Because the Roma goalkeeper did hurt himself while making that save. Well, almost an instant response from Everton.
Hello.
Hello, how are we, mate? You okay?
Just dropping in very briefly. I just got a 1 minute break.
You're looking very dapper there, mate.
Thank you. It's just fallen apart a little bit since those substitutions have came on. We've lost, that midfield control that we had, and you've got McNeil he's really slow, and he's looking knackered the minute he comes on, and it's just like we don't have any effective route to score here. It's glaringly obvious we can have the best stadium in the league, Corey, but we haven't got the best players. We're way off it.
No, I agree, mate. I agree. We still need that cutting edge, don't we?
I was just sat here with Matt, and we were just talking. And Di's about to take a free kick because he stopped for an injury on their keeper. And I was just saying, Wesley's a good player. And he literally turned around. I wasn't filming it. It would have been a perfect social media moment. He just turned around and went. He did.
What's the atmosphere like there, Jan? Still, even with the 1-0 goal, still a decent atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a bit subdued. People are still learning things, and it's good. It's good though. It's good. Everyone's just overawed by it. But I'm gonna have to go.
Come on, mate. Enjoy. Thank you. Here we are, guys. So there we go. Some reporting from Jan in the stadium. Ryan as well. He has got a point there. Substitutions have come on. Not hit the ground running since they've come on. Tempo's kind of changed a little bit. We've not seen better at all since the subs. So hopefully he can get involved. Hopefully get us a goal. We don't really want to be going into the season on the back of a defeat, especially after a fairly damn squib of a pre-season, do we? But then again, as it's already been mentioned here by Peter Duggan, we didn't win in Martinez's first season. We got 5th place. Would have had Champions League any other year, but would have been top 2 any other year. So pre-season doesn't always mean isn't always an indicator of how well your season's going to go. Man United have had a decent pre-season. To be honest, I don't see them truly light in the Premier League light. They're probably still going to finish mid-table, to be honest, I reckon, this season. Everton now switch the ball to Jake O'Brien. Looking to attack. He's on the edge of the box. Short to McNeil. Another clip ball in. Headed away. Better waiting in there hungry. And O'Brien's header intercepted. James Garner decided not to move forward. Everton again retaining possession. Tim Igbunam now on the ball. Finds James Tarkowski. And Dwight McNeil. Down the wing for O'Brien. He crosses the ball in. Not enough on that cross. James Garner falls over. Kone shrugs off Alcaraz. And Roma advance now. The backline call for offside. Dovbrich. Short to Kone. He plays it out. Left foot again. Block from Jared Branthwaite at the back. And it is a Roma corner once more. It's not even that. Most of the time, I don't think he plays great. Most of the time, he's been quite poor, He's not great for the game, but he does come out with big moments. He can be absolutely poor, do absolutely nothing, which he does in a lot of games, and then will just smash a screen and another fantastic ball for an assist. Pickford with the save, corner in, back post, head of the cross, and then the head of across the face of his goal, saved by Jordan Pickford. Good save from Pickford that, and he has to get some momentum on his body, on his arms, to actually push the ball away from goal as well, so it doesn't just drop in front of him for the tapping. Out swinging cross, free header, blocked. Ball's just bouncing around. And that goes wide of the Everton goal. Everton looking very, very nervy now. Roma have the momentum. They've got control. Everton need to really get a bit of a foothold. Corner in, headed away. Everton have the ball. Brilliant footwork from Njai. Finds Igbunam. Tries to get away. Fantastic bit of pace there for Igbunam. Got two men on him now. Still in possession. Lays off to McNeil. Garner to Alcaraz. Out wide to O'Brien. Could do with a little bit of support. McNeil's joining him. And O'Brien's ball is blocked. Goes out for a corner to Everton. Sway McNeil's at his best. Left foot delivery into the box. It's in. Dangerous position. But again, no one meets the ball. Roma cleared it out. Pickford, the only man in the Everton half. No one near him for miles. He plays the ball back long. Goes into the Roma box. It's headed by Tarkowski. Jai controls it. Fantastic footwork. But the offside flag goes up. Really, I think it's just overall dribbling ability, to be honest. We've seen he's got a little bit of a trick about him. I've seen him do a pirouette today. He's nutmegged someone. And he's willing to do a deft ball and a little clip in that. So I don't think he lacks craft. It is just general dribbling ability. But he's 6'5" centre back. He's playing it right back. I think for what he's doing, I think he's doing really, really well. Everton make one more substitution at the back. Michael Keane is coming on. Some instructions there between him and Jordan Pickford. Yusuf Chimiti also coming on now for Everton. He's coming on to replace Charlie Alcaraz. And AS Roma making a few subs of their own as well. Michael Keane, by the way, come on for Jared Branthwaite. Again, a few weeks out. So maybe just not risking him for a full 90 minutes. But the fact he's able to play 80 minutes after an injury is a good omen, especially going forward into next week's game against Leeds. Everton now hopefully on the front foot, or want to take the game on the front foot. Beto sprinting forward there, trying to just give Roma as little time on the ball as possible. It does go for an Everton throw. It's been taken. Goes from Coleman at left back, coming for us now, to Michael Keane, and now to Jordan Pickford. Jake O'Brien throw in. And Jai has the ball. Dancing fantastically, finds James Garner. Opens his body up on his right foot and high and wide. Michael Keane fighting that long ball up. Roma now have the ball with their defence. Cristante. Ball through. Coleman at left back there trying to keep up with his man. And Roma are just looking more and more comfortable now since that goal went in, since the initial substitutions that we made. Passing the ball with a lot more confidence, get the ball forward more. Between Coleman and Keane, we cleared it, the ball's gone up. But again, Roma are able to easily take it and go forward. Definitely, mate. I do think Fofana is more the profile that we need because he has got a lot of pace, although he is right-footed. Very good on his left, but he is definitely right-footed, not left. But again, you might want your player wide right to be right-footed and just use his pace and go by his man and just whip balls in. Certainly a possibility, especially with O'Brien being a centre-back. It allows him to maybe sit a little bit deeper or underlap a little bit if need be. Kubo, he has got pace. He's not absolutely rapid, but he is quick. It's just more acceleration, his turn of pace than anything. Not the same player, but very much the way he plays like Messi. Ball through from McNeil to Beto, and last-ditch defending puts it out for an Everton throw. Beto Eager runs over to the ball. Before Everton can take the throw, we're going to have some more Roma substitutions. To be honest, mate, I think Sociedad would only take a big fee from him. I don't think they're going to have much chance putting in a big sell-on for him. Reason being is it's already a massive sell-on to Real Madrid as part of when he went from them to Sociedad. So basically, to recoup any kind of fee, they'd have to pay about 30 million just to get any kind of profits on him, or 40 million just to get any kind of profits on him at all. James Garner's long throw and makes it into the Roma box. No one's able to get on the end of it, and it goes out for a Roma corner. Roma goal kick. The final could happen, to be fair, mate. I think it's a case of one that's not going to be done before the start of the season, if that is the case. He and also the linebacker at Strasbourg are not making decisions on where they're going to go yet, because they're waiting for the Champions League to come in. Now, if the Champions League was to come in, yeah, look, they may accept that, but they're not going to accept anything from a non-European team until the end of the transfer window, and they believe that they're not going to get any European football offered to them at all. But I do believe if we're patient and we wait, and that's who the players we're going to go for, Malik Fofana or Dylan Bakwa, personally I prefer Bakwa, then they could certainly come off on the last day, on deadline day of the transfer window. Definitely, I could see it happening. So Roman on the ball, played the ball in between Keane and Coleman. Pickford, a little bit rash, not under too much pressure, just outside his box, could have just taken that ball, but as took 3 steps forward and just cleared it out for the Roma throw. Probably a bit of frustration on his part. Roma just keeping the ball now. They're in the Everton corner. Just got out for the goal kick. Good defending from Seamus Coleman. What I would say, he's only been on for a few minutes. He does look like he's struggling already. Seamus Coleman. Yeah, I've got to say, I disagree with that. He's got fantastic technical ability. Yeah, he's fast. Yeah, a lot of his play is his pace, but his dribbling is fantastic. And he can wrap his foot around the ball. So he definitely has got style. He has got trickery. Oh, nice little play from Everton there, but no one's just able to get on the ball. Just a couple of wasted opportunities now. Just over 2 minutes left of normal time. Everton 1-0 down. Looking to attack. First bit of meaningful possession they've had for quite a few minutes now. Garner to Keane. Keane to Seamus Coleman. In Roma holding their line really well. There just doesn't look like there's anywhere for Everton to go. Someone needs to drop deep. Allow Everton to break lines. That's a decent ball forward out for Everton throwing. O'Brien throws it short to Ndai. But it's brought back because AS Roma are going to make their final changes of this friendly. You're very welcome, mate. I hope it's not sarcasm, but thank you very much. I appreciate you. Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate everyone joining me. Appreciate everyone sticking with me as well. I know we had a bit of a rocky start, through Everton fashion, but we survive. But, O'Brien again, well with the ball, hands all over him. Back to Tarkowski. Everton want to go forward. James Garner's out wide right. He goes short to Ndiaye. He holds it off. Everton win another throw-in. Further up the field. Take it quick again. Dwight McNeil. Goes back. Tarkowski. Again, McNeil. Tarkowski always wanting to go forward. Pass doesn't come off from Garner. Roma now able to counter-attack. Strong challenge from James Garner, but full-blooded, successful challenge as well. Fantastic there. You're very welcome, Roy, mate. Thank you very much. Block from O'Brien. Ball out. McNeil hold it off. Flicks it to O'Brien. Everton just struggling to really get out. It's a long ball. Beto. Brilliant strength. Can he do it all by himself? No, he can't. Completely unsupported there, Beto. We've not seen much from him since he's come on, but he's not really been given much as he since we made them substitutions. We've lost the vast majority of our attacking impetus. Coleman now back. Just under 2 minutes left of injury time. 1 minute 20 played the 3 minutes. Tarkowski goes long. And we've got 3-on-1. Everton trying to race back. And that is a poor strike. As poor of a finish as I've ever seen. That was Salomon Rondon levels of a miss there. Just didn't look like he was running through cement in Timberlands. You're very welcome, Bobby, mate. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the gratitude. Appreciate all the kind words. We could end on a positive note, though. Chimiti rides a challenge well. Runs in the box, loses the ball. Physical, still got it. And now lose the ball in the end as Yusuf Chimiti. Fairly disappointed in the end from the position he was in. Sums up his pre-season for me. He's really, really struggled this pre-season. And a free kick given against James Garner for that slide tackle. Cutting a slightly frustrated figure there in the centre midfield. I don't think he's had a bad game, to be fair, Jimmy Garner, but we have the ball in the box. Everton deal with it. My assistant Bambi next to me, not happy with that little growl. Going on the ball. Nice ball through. Everton putting the pressure on. But that is it. Full time. Pre-season ends. Not the best results. Performance wasn't terrible. I think we just pipped the first half. In the first half of the second half, we were a much better side. However, after the initial substitutions off the tiredness from Everton, Roma scored, and from that point on, that was it. Then I don't think we ever looked like scoring from that point on, did we? I think it was game over from that point. Figuratively speaking. So a disappointing curtain raiser for the Hill Dickinson Stadium, but nonetheless, some decent performances. All that matters is in 2 weeks' time against Brighton that the players are fighting fit and they're ready to go. Definitely for Leeds next week. Just to wake off. Football edit, I agree, mate. Ndiaye left, Grealish 10. Dibbling right, I think that's what I'd go for. What you could also do, Grealish, when you're playing teams where maybe you're struggling to break them down and you've got the space, you could potentially play Grealish as maybe a central midfielder and have him drift forward in space. It really does depend. Having Grealish on, he can play left at number 10 and maybe slightly in the central midfield role. In that you play anywhere on the front three. I think it opens up a lot of flexibility, and I think that's what we need to break teams down as well, where we've been struggling. Yeah, appreciate that. Hello, mate. I'm not too sure. So, but yeah, not the best results. But again, fantastic occasion for everyone who went there for the first game at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. And again, like you said, as long as everyone's ready to go for Leeds next week, there's no reason for us to feel too blue. Onwards and upwards, Toffees. We know we need a winger in. Let's hope we get that in, whether it's Diblin, whether it's Fafana, the lane back, whoever it is. Let's get that right winger, and let's get a few more in as well. And let's get going for the start of the Premier League season. I can see a lot of our viewers are dropping now. We've had nearly 1,800 at one point. So thank you very much one last time for everyone who has joined us. I really appreciate it. We follow Everton, really, really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't, like, subscribe, especially on YouTube. But thank you very, very much for everyone who has joined us today. I appreciate it. And hope you all have a lovely weekend. And we will, of course, be here for pre-match, for the game preview against Leeds, for pre-match, and of course for the post-match as well. We also may have some sort of season preview at some point in the next week. This is my lovely assistant, Bambi. She's not very happy with the results herself either, but there we go. We go from there. Thank you very much for all Blues across the world. Montreal, Bermuda, Singapore, Malaysia, Ireland, Liverpool, the Wirral, Gloucestershire. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I know Bambi appreciates it as well. I think I'm going to get a nice little dog treat for behaving during this game. Thank you very much, guys. Up the Toffees.